Hey friends, I want to talk today about whether the choices we're making are helping us or not so much right now and how we can tell the difference. I'm not talking about choices about the big picture things, right? We are all going to keep on staying at home, washing our hands, wearing our masks, and practicing social distancing. Those things are all helping, right? That's on up for discussion right now. But within the confines of those things, right? Within those parameters, the things that we are in charge of, the choices we are making, are those choices helping us or hurting us? And how can we tell the difference, right? Because right now, every time I open my phone and I open up a social media app, the thing that I keep seeing over and over again is two kinds of messages. On the one hand, we have the self-improvement Olympics over here, right? This is it's time to learn new language and take up kickboxing from home and get your workout in before 6 a.m. and all the things. And then over here, we have the Slacker Championship, where it's like, I'm gonna eat cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I'm doing it in my underwear, and you can't stop me. And in fact, you're not cool unless you're doing the same thing, right? You're not cool unless you don't care about any of it. Okay, so when we're saying, you're not cool unless, what we're saying is only people who do this are people who belong, right? To belong, you have to do this. And that's just not true. You do not have to feel like nothing matters for you to belong, right? Obviously. But then over here with this, it's time to be a better version of yourself ideology going on over here. That doesn't work either, guys, because for us to have to become a better version of ourselves, that suggests that the version we are right now is not good enough. And that's just not right? You're good. You were made good. Your worth is not up for discussion. It never was and it never will be. You do not have to be better because you're already good, right? That's just not even up for discussion. Now, of course, we can learn to think better thoughts. We can learn to feel better. We can learn to believe better things. We can learn to tell ourselves better stories about the world. We can learn to tell better stories about ourselves and our place in the world. We can learn all kinds of things that will be better, but we cannot be better, and we don't need to be better because we're already good, right? You do not need to be improved. In fact, I don't want to see you improved. I don't want to see you improved. I want to see you empowered. I want to see you empowered to trust yourself. I want to see you empowered to know how to listen to yourself and how to make the choices that are right for you, right? That's what I want for you. Not that you would be better, but that you would be empowered to do what you need to do. So, how do we do that? So we talked in an earlier video about how to figure out your own next right thing. You could start there, but since then I've been seeing lots of questions from you that sound like, okay, but is it okay if fill in the blank, right? Is it okay if I have that bowl of ice cream at the end of the day? Is it okay if I leave my kids with my partner and I take a walk totally alone instead of taking them with me? Is it okay if I put everybody to bed an hour early even if they're not tired and it's just like, I need some quiet? Is that okay? And the thing I've noticed for myself is when I'm asking, is it okay if, I usually mean one of two things. Either I'm talking about something that I absolutely need. I know I need it already. I know it's necessary for me to be able to be functioning and fully present, right? This is something I need. And what I'm looking for is someone else to give me permission so I don't have to make the decision myself. Right? I'm looking for permission from somebody else, or I'm looking for validation. Like, yeah, of course that thing's okay. Yes, you do that thing. The truth is, I don't need anybody else's permission to make the choices that are right for me. I can just choose. But it feels good to get that validation, and sometimes I'm looking for it. But the other thing that sometimes is happening is it's a thing that I know I don't actually need, right? If I'm saying, is it okay if I do this thing? Sometimes it's a thing I know is actually not great for me, and I'm looking for justification to do it anyway because it'll feel good, right? So a lot of times for me, if I just sit with that question of, is it okay if, I can usually tell whether that's coming from a place of, yeah, I need that thing, and I can go ahead and stop looking for validation and just do it, or, you know what, maybe I can let that thing go. It's actually not gonna help me. So start there, see if just sitting with the question answers it for you. But if not to worry, we'll try something else, because sometimes when we're out of practice at listening to our own voice and listening for that voice inside of us, it can be really hard to hear, and we're still just not sure, like, but is it okay? In that case, what I do is I ask myself, how does this thing that I'm considering, whether or not I need it in my life, how does this thing feel? And not does it feel good or does it feel bad, right? Because I probably wouldn't be considering it if it didn't feel good, right? Nobody's saying, is it okay if I eat all my broccoli, or maybe should I, back off on that, right? No, we're saying, is it okay if the kids have an extra hour of television so it'll stay a little bit quieter for a little bit longer? We're asking about things that feel good. So the question is, does it feel good or does it feel bad? The question is, does the feeling feel like it is helping me come more alive or more awake or more present to myself and to my life? Right, that's the feeling I'm after. This thing that I'm not quite sure about, is it going to help me feel more present to myself and my life? Is it going to help me feel more awake and more alive? Or is it going to kind of take me out, right? Is it going to help me just check out, numb out? Does it feel like relief, but not like refueling? Okay, so that's my first question. How does it feel? And also sometimes things that are good for me feel hard. So I'm not asking just, is it good, bad, but is it bringing me into my life or taking me out? I also ask, how does it feel beforehand, right? When I'm planning that thing, when I'm thinking about that thing, do I feel good about what I'm thinking and planning, or does it feel not so good? Okay, so that's another one. Does it feel like I trust myself to do that thing is gonna help me, or is it something that I'm thinking, maybe I don't need that thing, right? Maybe I wouldn't feel good to tell somebody else that's a thing I'm planning on doing today. So check on that one. How does it feel when you're planning ahead for that thing? And then also, how does it feel on the other side of it, right? When I'm done with that thing, how does that feel? Do I feel like I am refueled and I'm ready to be present for my people, or I'm ready to be present for my life, or I'm ready to take on the next hard thing? Or do I still feel drained, right? Did I just check out and now I don't want to check back in again? How does it feel at the end? So I ask, how does it feel while I'm doing it? How does it feel while I'm planning it? How does it feel afterward? And check in with myself. Because the thing I'm going for with the feelings is, how do I feel more awake, more alive, more present, more refueled? So the truth is, right now, a lot of our daily life, honestly, feels harder than usual, right? Either we're still going out into the world and doing our work, which might feel kind of scary, or we're staying at home where maybe we have kids and work and all the things piled on top of each other, and we're not ever getting a break. And that feels hard, right? Either way, it's hard right now. And sometimes we do need a break from the hard. We want to take breaks that are going to let us come back to it, ready to take on the next thing, right? Ready to feel refueled and feel good. And I can't tell you what that's going to be for you, right? I can't tell you that this is the thing you need to do next, or this is the thing you need to definitely not do next. I know that you can listen to yourself and figure out for yourself when you have that space to listen, when you trust yourself to make the next right choice, and that you can figure out for yourself what it is that you need and what's going to help you and not hurt you. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I will talk to you soon.